Tribal Council was surprising. I was the only one on the tribe who didn't vote for James. In fact, I didn't even know James's name was out there, so I don't really know how I stand right now. I think I'm on the bottom. If Tyler wins immunity, I'm probably going to have to play my idol to stay in, but if he loses, then I'm hoping he can be an easy vote. I'm just confused on why it was James. Yeah, well, he was playing too hard. Really? Yeah, plus, I think he had an idol, so it made sense to blindside him there. But we're still good? Yeah, I think so. Tyler should be the next one out. And if he wins? Well, if he wins, then maybe Blake. I'm not too sure if voting James off was the right move to make. On the one hand, it was a move I can put on my resume because without me, that plan doesn't go through. But on the other hand, I'm not too sure if it's smart to trust Blake and Brian, but I'm gonna have to now. I'm glad that worked out. Yeah, same. Now it's in the final 6, and well, I don't know. We're almost at the end. Right before Tribal Council, Blake told me the plan was switching to James, and I'm glad it worked. I'm glad James is gone because Ashley stayed. And I think I need Ashley, mainly because she's a big threat. And if I don't win immunity, I think there's a chance I could push the votes onto her and hopefully get her out over me, but that might be a bit of a stretch. My plan worked out, which I'm thankful for, because if it didn't, I would be gone. Right now there's 2 big threats left in the game, and it's Ashley and Tyler, so I'm hoping we can get one of them out tonight, and then the other one out at the final 4, because I don't want any of those 2 near the end. So Brian, what do you think about the end game? Well, I think right now it should be, I don't know, it depends on the challenge, but I think Ashley and Tyler just need to go back to back. Yeah, I don't agree with you there. I think we should vote off Ashley or Tyler this round, but then at Final 5 we need to split up Sarah and George. You think so? I do, because if we take them to Final 4, they're going to vote together, so it's like, well, best case scenario is fire making for one of us, worst case, one of us goes home because the other flipped. I guess that makes sense. So Blake wants to take one of the bigger threats to the Final 4, and I don't really agree with that. I think they just need to go back to back. Sure, that does set up a fire-making challenge at the Final 4, but I don't know. George and Sarah would vote for Blake over me, and Blake's good at fire-making, so he'd probably win. Then I'll be in the Final 3 of people who'll take me to the end, so I don't really see how it's bad for my game. Sure, it might be bad for Blake's game, but it's fine for me. So we're locked into the Final 4? Yeah, I think so. The other 2 will beat us in the end, so they kind of have to go. Welcome, survivors, to your next immunity challenge. So it's going to work. In this challenge, all of you will start off with 3 lives. Then, you're going to have to fill out a quiz, where you must use your fellow castaways' names or your own to answer questions. We'll then tally up the totals from the quiz, and then we'll ask you the same questions, and you'll have to say what you think the majority agreed on. If you get it right, you'll get to eliminate 1 life from any player of your choosing. If you lose all your lives, you're out. The last player standing will win immunity and a spot in the Final 5. Right, I'll pass around the surveys, and you guys can answer them. Okay, everyone's responded to the surveys, and we'll begin the challenge. First question, who is the biggest threat to win the game? Alright, you'll answer what you think the majority said. Brian? Probably Ashley. I think Tyler. Ashley. Tyler. Ashley. Tyler. The correct answer was Tyler, which means Sarah, Blake, and Ashley can eliminate 1 life from any player. Sarah, who are you going to eliminate from? I'm going to take one from Tyler. Blake, who are you going to take a life from? I'll take one from Ashley. Ashley, how about you? I'll take one from Blake because he took one from me. Okay, Tyler, Blake, and Ashley have 2 lives left. Everyone else has 3. The next question is, who has no shot of winning the game? Answer what you think the majority answered. Brian? George. I'm going to say Brian. George. George. Blake. I think Brian. The correct answer was Brian, which means Sarah and Ashley are right. Sarah, who are you going to take a life from? I'll do Tyler again. Ashley, who are you going to take a life from? Let's do Sarah. Okay. Tyler has 1 life left. Sarah, Blake, and Ashley have 2, and Brian and George still have all 3. The next question is, who would you most want to give $1 million to? Brian? George. Sarah? George. Tyler? Blake. Blake? I'm gonna say George. George? I said Sarah. And Ashley? I think Sarah. The majority answered George, which means Brian, Sarah, and Blake are correct. Brian, who are you going to take a life from? I'm going to take one from Ashley. Sarah, who are you going to take a life from? I'll do Brian because he still has all of his. And Blake, who do you say? I'm going to take one from George just to even things out. Okay. Brian, Sarah, Blake, and George have 2 lives, and Tyler and Ashley have 1. The next question is, who doesn't deserve to still be in the game? Brian, what do you think the majority said? I think the majority said me. Sarah? I think Brian. Tyler? I think George. Blake? George. George? I said Blake. And Ashley? Brian. The correct answer was Brian, which means Brian, Sarah, and Ashley are correct. Brian, who do you want to take a life from? I'll take it from Ashley. Ashley's lost all her lives. She's the first one out. Sarah, who do you want to take a life from? I'll take it from Tyler. Tyler's out as well. Ashley, since you got it right, you can still take a life from someone. I'll take it from Brian. Okay, Brian's down to his last life. Everyone else has 2. Next question. Who would you trust with your life? Brian? I think the majority said Tyler. Sarah? Tyler. Blake? Tyler. And George? Sarah. The correct answer was Tyler. Brian, Sarah, and Blake are right. Brian, who do you want to take a life from? I'll take it from Sarah. Sarah, who do you want to take a life from? I'll take it from Blake. Blake, who do you want to take a life from? I'll just take it from George. Let's have everyone at 1. Next question. Who do you think is the most unaware of what's going on in the game? Brian. I'm gonna say Tyler. Sarah. I said Brian. Blake. George. And George. Brian. The correct answer was Brian, which means Sarah and George are right. Sarah, who do you want to take a life from? I'll take it from Blake. Blake is out. George, who do you want to take a life from? I'll take it from Brian. Okay, Brian is now out. It's between Sarah and George. Whoever gets the question right will win immunity. Right, next question. Next question. Who would be a better host than Jeff? Sarah. I think the majority would say Tyler. George? I said Sarah. The correct answer was Tyler. Sarah, you can take a life from someone. Well, I'm going to take it from my dad. And with that, Sarah wins immunity and a spot in the final 5. Congratulations, Sarah, on winning immunity. Guaranteed a 1 in 5 shot of winning this game. As for the rest of you, Tribal Council tonight where somebody will be voted off and join the jury. Won't be you. Right, got notes for you guys. Grab your stuff, head on out. I'll see you tonight. Winning immunity is awesome. It definitely gives me some power, definitely gives me some options because I'm safe tonight. I can do what I want to do. Thing is, I'm not too sure what I want to do. There's 2 big threats and one of them has to go home. Good work, Sarah. Thanks, Dad. As soon as I saw the challenge, I knew I wasn't gonna win, right? Like, they're not just gonna hand me the immunity necklace. They're gonna target me first, so I wasn't shocked when I was one of the first people out, but it is what it is. I just gotta hope that I can talk to the right people and save myself tonight because I'd be surprised if they don't vote me out. So Blake, I know people might be saying that this is the perfect chance to take out Tyler. He doesn't have immunity. Is that what you're gonna do? Well, to be completely honest, I'm not sure. obviously, you're kind of like the biggest threat in terms of challenges, so it's like, I don't know, it's dangerous to not be thinking about voting you. Yeah, I mean, I understand if you do, but just hear me out. I'm with you 100%, like, you know that. And with 5 people left, I think you kind of need me, because I'll be a number to you. And then with Brian, we'll have a 3, and that'll be majority, so I think voting off Ashley here makes the most sense, and then, I don't know, you can get rid of me some other time, because I'm not just going to win out. I think the smart move would be to vote off Tyler, because he can realistically just win out. He can win every challenge. He did it in his first season, so, plus he's been doing it now. The thing is, it's tough for me to write down Tyler's name, because he's been my closest friend out here. He saved me with an idol. He's been on my side this whole game, and I don't know. He's already won. Like, he'll understand if I vote him out. It's just like, I don't know if I can bring myself to do it right now. The way I see it is, it's like, Tyler doesn't have immunity. This is the perfect opportunity to just get rid of him and just free up the end game, because if he's around at Final 5, he'll just win and win and win, and then he's won the season. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, same. It should be an easy vote. So Tyler lost, which should be a good thing, but I am still a little worried because I was the first person out in the challenge. They targeted me first. They wanted me out before Tyler, so they could be targeting me again this round. I don't think I have to play my idol just because it would be silly to keep Tyler, right? It makes no sense to vote me off over him because I haven't come close in any of the challenges, whereas he's won like almost all of them, so I think I should be fine. Blake, I've been thinking. I know Tyler's kind of the target here, but what if we voted Ashley? Really? You think that's smart? I do. I mean, it'd be a big move. Everyone expects it to be Tyler, but we can just take down Ashley. I don't know. Tyler, he could easily just win every challenge, you know? Yeah, I know, but that's why we just vote him out at 5 if he loses. And then, I don't know, if he does win, then we could probably just vote with him, you know? Yeah, maybe, but I'm not too sure. At the challenge, I was voted the least deserving to win the game, or something along those lines, so I'm taking that to heart. If I'm the least deserving, I might as well try to boost my resume here. And sure, Tyler's a big threat. He's won the game, he's great in challenges, and I know that. That's not new to me. But Tyler's also had my back this entire merge. He hasn't voted against me, he's been on my side, whereas Ashley has written my name down. So I think tonight I should try to make a big move and blindside Ashley. Brian wants to change the vote to Ashley, but I don't think that's the smart thing to do. We have to take either Ashley or Tyler to the Final Four because George and Sarah need to get split up next round. And I think it's smarter to take Ashley because Ashley, maybe she'll win Final Four, but she won't win both of the challenges. Whereas if we take Tyler to Final Four, he'll easily win the last 2 and then the game. So if I want to win, Tyler needs to go home and Brian needs to vote with me. Here's what I'm thinking. What if we made a big move tonight? What if we blindsided Ashley? Yeah, that would be a big move, but is it smart taking Tyler to the next round? Yeah, maybe not, but we can beat him. I'm confident. Huh. I didn't expect him to say that. Yeah, should we consider it? I don't know. Let's look at Tyler's challenges. He's only lost 2 so far, and one was memory, and then the other one was this one, where he just got targeted, so I don't think it's safe to say he'll, you know, lose the next one. Yeah, maybe not. I'm actually considering Brian's offer because it does make a bit of sense to me. If Tyler's in the Final 5 and he loses, he's the clear vote off. No one would take him past the round. But if it's Ashley, I think there's a chance the vote could be switched to me or my dad because, let's be honest here, no one's going to want to take a clear duo to the Final 4. However, if Tyler gets past this round, he can just win out, and that's the big fear I have of potentially making a move on Ashley. Welcome, survivors, to Tribal Council. Now introducing the members of the jury. Emily, Chris, Grace, Hunter, and James. Voted off the last Tribal Council. So Tyler, walk me through the challenge. Was it eye-opening to you? Yeah, it was definitely eye-opening to me. I mean, I never considered myself to be someone who could host Survivor, but to know my peers think that I would be a good replacement for you is, it was mind-opening, yeah, sure. Maybe it wasn't a super important question, but hey, that's cool. Huh, well, Tyler, for what it's worth, I think you would be a great host. Sarah, you won the challenge. Do you feel like you needed immunity, or Do you think you would have been fine without it? Well, I don't think I needed it specifically, but it's nice to have. I think if some other people won the challenge, then things could be different, but I'm glad I have it. So, Brian, there being 6 people left in the game, do you think that you have a realistic shot of winning it? Well, maybe. Depends about tonight. I think tonight could be interesting for a couple of reasons, and one of them is because it could give me a better shot of winning the million. Well, with that, it is time to vote. Brian, you're up first. Maybe getting Tyler past this vote's a dumb idea, but a blindside's a blindside, what can I say? Tyler, thank you for everything. It was great knowing you, but I have to do what's best for my game. I know you'll understand. I'll go tally the votes. I have tallied the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. No? Alright, once the votes read, the decision is final. The person voted off has to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll now read the votes. First vote, Ashley. Second vote, Tyler. That's 1 vote Ashley, 1 vote Tyler, 4 votes left. Tyler. That's 2 votes for Tyler, 1 vote for Ashley. Ashley. We're tied again. 2 votes Tyler, 2 votes Ashley, 2 votes left. Fifth vote, Tyler. That's 3 votes Tyler, 2 votes for Ashley. The final vote, and player leaving. Tyler. Tyler, that's 4 votes, that's enough for tonight. I'll need you to bring me your torch. Tyler, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Alright, good to move, guys. I'll see you later, I guess. And with that, last season's winner's out of the game. Which one of you 5 will replace him as the current sole survivor? Only time will tell. Right, got sounds for you guys. Grab your stuff, head on out. Good night. Well, I'm not shocked to go home tonight. I figured I was done for when I lost the challenge, but hey, you know, Final 6 isn't too bad. I'm proud of myself. Going in, I knew I had a big target on my back, so to make it this far, it's just pretty cool. Proud of myself, definitely, and, you know, no hard feelings to those guys. They are playing strong, so I don't blame them for voting me out. Tribal Council was a bit heartbreaking for me. Sucks to see Tyler go. It was tough to vote him out because we had gotten so close over the last, I don't know, 30 some odd days, but it was what was best for my game, and that's what matters at the end of the day. With 5 people left, the next move to make is to split up Sarah and George. That's what makes the most sense. Kind of surprised you actually voted for Tyler. Really? I did tell you it made the most sense. Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. I mean, I would have rather it been Ashley, but it is what it is, right? Yeah, I mean, right now it's like Sarah and George kind of have to get split up. I think that makes a lot of sense, and then we can vote Ashley off at 4. So if Sarah loses immunity, I say we do her, but if she wins, then we kind of have to vote for George. Yep, understood. Last night, my attempt to take out Ashley failed, but that's okay. It's okay, I can move on from this. Right now, Blake wants to keep Ashley for the final 4, and I kind of have mixed feelings on that. On the one hand, I do want her gone, but on the other hand, Sarah and George kind of do need to be split up. If Sarah wins immunity, though, I'll probably have to vote off Ashley, because I'm not too sure if I actually want to get rid of George right now. So how do you feel, Ashley? I feel okay. Glad to still be in the game. What about you? I feel okay, yeah, okay. I feel like right now we kind of have similar interests. What do you mean? Well, Sarah and George kind of need to be split up. Obviously, they're going to take each other to the end. And if we're in the final 4 of them, then, you know, they're going to vote together. So it's like, best case scenario is fire making. Yeah, I see it there. I'm fine with splitting them up if it keeps me in the game. Right now, I'm feeling great. I've got an idol at the final 5, so I'm guaranteed final 4. Blake wants to split up George and Sarah, and, well, I think that's probably the best move. It's dangerous to keep those 2 in the game, and with 1 gone, then it really opens up some options. I feel like I kind of I kind of need to win Final 4 immunity, though. I feel like people will target me then. Final 5. Yeah, Dad, we're almost at the end. We're almost there. Yep. I hope we can get there. I mean, I think Brian will vote with us, but I am a little worried about those three just teaming up. Yeah, same, but I'm hoping that we made the right call in keeping Ashley around as a shield. Last round, my dad and I were the swing votes, and we decided to vote off Tyler over Ashley. The main reason was because Tyler obviously is a lot better in challenges, so if he was at the final 5 and lost, maybe he would have been an easy vote, but if he had won, it would have been pretty much game over for me. With Ashley, though, I think if she loses immunity, Brian will probably side with my dad and I and vote her off, but we are a little worried about the other 3 just deciding to split us up before the final 4. Welcome, survivors, to your next immunity challenge. That's how it's going to work. All of you will have to dive underwater and hold your breath. If you surface, you're out. The player who holds their breath for the longest amount of time will win immunity and a spot in the final 4. Alright, everyone get in the water, and this challenge will begin. Alright, everyone is underwater, and this challenge is on. Ashley surfaces just a couple seconds into this challenge. She's the first one out. Everyone's been underwater for a minute. And Brian and Sarah both surface. They're out and we're down to 2. Still in this challenge, we have George and Blake. They've both been underwater for 2 minutes now. This is impressive. And Blake surfaces, which means George wins immunity, safe from the vote. Congratulations, George, on winning immunity. Guaranteed a 1 in 4 shot of winning this game. As for the rest of you, Tribal Council tonight, where somebody will be voted off and become the 7th member of our jury. Won't be you. Right, gonna tell you guys, grab your stuff, head on out. I'll see you tonight. Oh, Dad, that was super impressive. Good job. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Wow, I'm super proud of myself right now. Coming into the game, I really didn't know what to expect. I wanted to play with Sarah, and that was my main goal. So, having just won immunity and being in the final 4 is kind of just, it's a surreal feeling. It really is, because I never expected to get this far. I'm happy for my dad and all, and I'm glad he's won, but I'm really worried about myself right now. I feel like I could be in danger. The plan tonight is to vote off Ashley, and hopefully Brian will side with us, but I don't know. I feel like it's unlikely that he'll just let a clear duo into the final 4. So I think this should be easy. Like, Sarah kind of has to go. I guess so, yeah. It's fine by me. As long as it's not me kind of thing, I'm glad you guys are giving me a chance to stay. I don't know about Ashley. Are you sure we actually should keep her? Yeah, I am. It makes the most sense, because if Sarah's gone, then Ashley's a very easy vote off next round. And then it's the final 3 with us and George. So I think that's the best option. At least for you anyway, because if I win, I'll take you to the end, and if George wins, he'll take you too. So I think Sarah makes the most sense. I mean, with Sarah, like, I don't really want to vote her off just because it'll make George sad, but I think it's what I have to do. Voting with Ashley kind of doesn't really help me out here, whereas if I just keep her to Final 4 and cut her then I think I get to the end pretty easily. So looks like Sarah's got to go home tonight. So we're all fine with sticking together. Yeah, Sarah, makes the most sense. Ashley's dangerous. Just get her out now, and then Final 4 we'll fight it out from there. Alright, sounds good. So Brian, you're still fine with Ashley? Yeah, of course, Ashley. Ashley's the name. Alright, well, just hope you actually do it, because, you know, we got a path to the end with Sarah, and I think that'd be the best final 3 for all of us. Oh yeah, of course, like, I want Ashley gone, and I've wanted her out for a while, so that's what's gonna happen. Don't worry. I am a little bit worried about Brian. Usually when I talk to him, he's quick to throw out a name, quick to tell me what he wants to do, and really just be energetic about it, but when I talked to him today, he seemed a bit more cagey, a bit more, I don't know. He didn't seem like he wanted to vote off Ashley, or at least, I don't know. It's a weird feeling I got from him, so I'm a little bit worried about Sarah tonight. I am worried. I talked to Brian, and he didn't seem too confident on voting Ashley. Yeah, I'm worried too. It's like, everyone knows we're going to take each other to the end, so I don't know. I think they'll probably band together and vote me out here, but who knows? Just hope Brian's with us, I guess. That's all we can do. The thing with Brian is, I'm confident he would vote Ashley out over me, but over Sarah, well, I don't know. I feel like tonight I'm just going to have to prepare for the worst at Tribal Council because the worst could happen. Welcome, survivors, to Tribal Council. Now introducing the members of the jury. Emily, Chris, Grace, Hunter, James, and Tyler voted off the last Tribal Council. So George, you've been in the top 3 in every challenge so far. How does it feel to finally win one? Oh, it feels amazing, Jeff. I never expected to be any good at the immunity challenges, but to be able to consistently be in the top is pretty cool, especially to be able to win one. It's even amazinger. Blake, looking at the jury, the only people on it have been returning players. Do you feel like that trend could continue tonight? I think it could continue tonight, but I think I should be okay. Sarah, if Blake's saying he thinks the trend will continue tonight, but also thinks he's fine, what do you make of that, given that you're the only other returning player? I think that's interesting. I think that could mean I'm in danger tonight. I feel like I'm very vulnerable, so I don't know. Let's just see how this goes. Well, with that, it is time to vote. George? Jeff? Yes, George? I've been thinking about this for a while, and I think tonight I'd like to give up my immunity necklace. Really? Who would you like to give it up to? I'd like to give it up to Sarah. Alright, you understand the implication, George, that you would no longer be immune. Yeah, I understand, and I think it's what's best for my game right now. Here you go, Sarah. I hope this works out tonight. Yeah, I hope so too. Brian, nothing changes. We have to vote for George here. Well, with that out of the way, it is time to vote. George, you can start us off. Well, tonight I'm making a risk. I'm hoping it pays off. I'm hoping Brian sides with us and votes off Ashley. If not, I could go home, so fingers crossed here. I don't know what to do. Well, George, that was definitely a brave move. If it works out, all the more to you, but I hope it doesn't. I'll go tally the votes. I've tallied the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, tonight is the last night you can do so. Yeah, Jeff, I got something. Well, Jeff, I've had this for a while, so I think it's finally time to cash it in. This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Ashley will not count. I'll now read the votes. First vote, Ashley does not count. Second vote, Ashley does not count. Third vote, Ashley does not count. George, that's one vote for George, one vote left. The final vote, and the 14th person voted off, and the 7th member of our jury, George. George, that's 2 votes, and that is enough for tonight. I'll need you to bring me your torch. It was a pleasure playing with you, Dad. Now the pleasure was all mine. Go win this thing, Sarah. George, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, survivors, if tonight shows anything, shows how important that immunity necklace is. There's only 2 rounds left before the end. Got times for you guys. Grab your stuff, head on out. Good night. Well, my plan almost worked out. Brian did vote with Sarah and I, but Ashley had an idol, and that was the end of me. She was going to be safe regardless, so I don't regret my decision. I'd rather be out than have Sarah still in the game, so there's that. I hope Sarah wins. I think she can. She just needs to get past these next couple of votes, and I think she'll be fine.